Hola, it's me, Mrs. Shooty. And I'm here again to say, never stop learning. Never, never stop learning. Whatever level you're at, never stop learning. I'm also here to tell you today, I'm learning with you. You're going to see some new things I'm learning. Hopefully, every week, the programs will get better and better and better, because I'm learning how to make these programs every week too. So together we're learning, and we will never stop learning. And today, Mrs. Shooty is taking us to a buffet. Yay! You ready to go to a buffet? Do you even know what a buffet is? Hmm. Well, let's go, Tigers. Now, do you know what a buffet is? Here is a sign outside of a buffet. Buffet open, all you can eat. Here's the word buffet. I know, it looks like buffet, but really the word is buffet. It is a French word, and we borrowed this word from France. It's not an English word, but we say it buffet. Are you ready to go? Do you know what it is? Listo! Ah, now I think you know what a buffet is. That's right. It's where there's all kinds of food. You can just eat every kind of food: Mexican food, Chinese food, seafood, soup, meat, vegetables, any kind of food you want, as much food as you want. Do you want to go to a buffet with me? I ready to take you. But I have a quick word of warning. Some people go to a buffet and say, well, I'm at a buffet and I'm not very hungry, or I'm not sure what I want to eat, or I don't know if I want to try new things. And other people come to a buffet and they say, I'm at a buffet. I want to try everything. I'm hungry. I'm hoping you are like this second man. You're a hungry tiger and you really want to eat everything in front of you. But here's the good news, or maybe bad news. I'm not taking you to a buffet full of food. No, the buffet I'm taking you to has no food in it at all, but it's still a buffet. A buffet of learning. That's right. It's a buffet of learning. All different things to learn. Every week, different things to learn. And that's what I'm taking you to. So let's go. Now, Mrs. Shooty wants you to know that first you must learn the letters. And I know some of you say, oh, I know the letters, Mrs. Shooty. I've been practicing spelling my name. I'm spelling in English. Good. And some of you know that the letters go together to make sounds, like Hector's girlfriends. When T gets with H, it doesn't say taha, it says, remember, an S when it gets with H doesn't say sah, it says shh. Letters go together in English and change sounds. That doesn't happen in Spanish. It does all the time in English. Those were just four. And then the letters go together and make words. And we have to learn the rules of how they go together to make the words. And then we're better at reading. And when we get better at words and reading, we end up speaking English better. It really helps you to speak English. And I'm hoping because you're coming with Mrs. Schutte, you're going to have some fun. Because really, if you have fun when you're learning, it's easier to learn. So let's go, gentlemen. Now, I have to tell you this again. Of course, you know, we are very different, you and I. I am a woman, you are a man. I am free and you are not. And you come from a different country and I come from here in America. But there's more than that, is how we're different. Your language is completely different than my language. Your language is called a Romance language. If you look at this chart, your language and French and Portuguese and Italian and Romanian all come from Latin. All the languages, Romance languages, come from Latin, and Spanish is a Romance language where your mouth is very relaxed. All the words flow from one word to another, and it's very, oh, romantic, I guess you could say. And my language is a dramatic language. Dramatic. There you can hear that. There's a whole bunch of hard sounds. And we call it dramatic because English comes from German. It's really, most of our root words are from German, not from Latin. That's why some of our words have harder sounds and our mouth is more tense than yours is. So here again is another way we are different. But remember always, we are different, but we can learn from one another. Shall we continue? And another thing about English is, or at least the English you're hearing, because we're not from Britain, we're not speaking English from England. We're here in America. America is a melting pot. It really, there's many different people who've come here, so we've borrowed many different words from different places. And so all the words, buffet, that's a good example, that wasn't an English word. It was actually a French word, and the Americans borrowed it, and that's what we call a restaurant that you can eat anything you want at. So you have to remember that America is very different because we're called a melting pot. Now, this little next song might help you to remember this.
My grandmother came from Russia, a satchel on her knee. My grandfather had his father's cap he brought from Italy. They'd heard about a country where life might let them win. They paid the fare to America and there they melted in. A lovely lady Liberty with her book of recipes.
Was founded
invented by the English.
but also by the Germans, Dutch, and French.
The principle still sticks, our heritage is mixed.
So any kid could be the president. You simply melt right in. It doesn't matter what your skin. It doesn't matter where you're from or your religion. You jump right into the great American melting pot. Great American melting pot. Ooh, what a stew, red, white, and blue. America was the new world and Europe was the old. America was the land of hope, or so the legend told. On steamboats by the millions in search of honest pay, those 19th century immigrants sailed to reach the USA. Lovely Lady Liberty with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got is the great American melting pot. The great American melting pot. What good ingredients, liberty and immigrants. They brought the country's customs, their language and their ways. They filled the factories to the soil, helped build the USA. Go on and ask your grandma, hear what she has to tell. How great to be American and something else as well. Lovely Lady Liberty with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got is the great American melting pot. 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 The great American melting pot.
And that's what America is, a big pot where anyone can come in and we all mix together, and all your culture and your language and my language and all the different languages come together. Lovely Lady Liberty. And I hope that's how you felt about America when you first came. It's a wonderful place to be. But we're done with your history lesson and on to your language lesson. Again, we have to look at each letter. And this is going to take us some time. We can't do it in one meal. We're going to be eating the alphabet for a while, gentlemen. But today, let's just look at A to Z and all the sounds they make. Well, maybe not A to Z, but just the letter A and then just the letter Z. Shall we? Let's continue. Here's our first letter of the alphabet, A. The name of the letter is A. You have this same letter in your alphabet. Yay! And it says, ah, that's what, like amiga. Yes. And the easy thing about Spanish is all vowels have one sound, but not in English. A has more than one sound. We're going to talk about 3 different sounds that A makes. It can make more than 3, but these are the 3 major ones. And the first one would be the short sound of A. It says ah, ah. Ah is an apple. When I first started learning Spanish, they told me, oh, this letter A says ah as in a amiga. No, it's amiga. They don't really sound the same. And I was confused. I had to have a friend help me. Even the teacher taught me wrong. So then there's this, the long A sound as in stay. Here the A says its name, nombre. Stay, stay. And when A says its name, we call that the long sound. Now, this is a very important word, and I try to teach all my men here at EOCI this word, because if an officer says to you, stay over there, it means permanecer. It means stay, no vin. No, don't come, don't go, don't move, stay. Stay, a very important word, and it has the long A sound. And then we have some borrowed words. Here's a borrowed word, astronaut. Ah, this word has two different sounds of A in it. The first one is A, as in apple, the short sound, astronaut. The N sound is more like your A, amiga. Now, usually in English, we get this sound when an A is by you, but not always. Most of the time, it's A by you, as in astronaut or faucet. Now, I told you I'm learning too, and here's what I learned. You can see me, and I can tell you how to pronounce this word. Watch my mouth. Astronaut. A is an apple, and is an amiga. In the same word, two sounds of A. If you listen really closely, you can actually hear my dog. I have a 150-pound dog. He's snoring in the background. I am getting better, but I have a lot of work to do. So we will keep learning together. Now, here's the last letter. You have this letter in your alphabet, Z. We pronounce it Z. You pronounce it Zeta, but we say Z. And you have this, right? The word zapatos. Zapatos, yes, you have those on your feet right now. That would be the clue word. You would teach children how to remember this letter. And we usually use a zebra. A zebra. Some of you already hear the difference. Zapatos, zebra. Do you hear how they are not the same? It is the same letter, and it is the last letter of the alphabet, same order in the alphabet, but your Z says S, and our Z vibrates or says Z, as in zebra. Again, watch my mouth, and maybe this will help you. Same letter, two different sounds. S is in zapatos, and Z is in zebra. Z. Ours buzzes, buzz, buzz. Zebra, not s. Same letter, two different sounds. I hope this is helping you to see my mouth. I know that when we're in class together and I have to wear a mask, it's sometimes difficult because we need to look at our mouths to learn how to form these letters. And I'm learning how to put myself on your TV show. A, E, I, O, U. These are all vowels. A, E, I, O, U. And these are the same vowels that you have. But let's take a closer look at them. A, we already talked about. Now the next two, E and I. Yes, I said that correctly. The first one is E, and the second one is I. I know that is not the names of them in Spanish. And again, maybe I can help you. This first letter is E. The second letter is I. I know what you're thinking. English is so difícil. Yes, I said it right. The first letter is E, and the second letter is I. Exactly backwards. I know this makes us crazy, makes us sad. We look at that first letter and think it's an I, but really in English it's an E, and the second one is an I. Let's learn the sounds of these two letters, and then maybe it will help you to remember which is which. The first letter, again, this is an E. This is an E. And it has your same sound. You only have one sound for this letter, which is eh. That's the sound you have. This letter says eh. But with us, it has the short sound eh, but the long sound e, as in, that's right, eagle. And if you've been to my class, Mrs. Schutte loves eagles. And I know most of you love eagles. It's on your flag. They're very dear to us. Eagle. We're going to talk more about eagles in just a minute. But again, E has two sounds, E and E. And then this letter is really I. In English, this letter is I. And it says I is in ice. Ice. I is in ice. That's the long sound. And I as in igloo. An igloo is a house made of ice. Igloo. Hear the difference between I and e. Elephant, igloo. They're not the same. And I know this is a little bit difficult, so we'll practice it some more. I promise. We'll come back to this again. Remember, you're eating at the buffet of learning, so you can come back for seconds and get more and more whenever you want it. But let's look at this. This is a beautiful picture of an eagle. And I encourage you, gentlemen, to hear music in English because it really does help you to learn English, listening to English music. And this is one of Mrs. Schutte's very favorite songs. It's called The Wind Beneath, debajo, under my wings. The wind beneath my wings. In this song, she says, "Do you know that you are my hero?" Let's listen to it together.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walk a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, and I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly away. You let me fly so high. You, the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly so high against the sky, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Now, some of you think this old lady, Mrs. Shooty, is our hero. She gives us TV programs. But I want to tell you that it's you. You are the hero because you are the learner. You're like the wind underneath my wings. When you send me kites and say, I'm learning this, or send me your homework, and I see how wonderful you've done, it's you that's the hero, not me. It's really you are my hero. And one more time, I am here to say one more thing. Speaking of the word you, my friend said, can you help us say the word you? See, in English it's you. Yeah, goes backwards, not Jew. It's not the word Jew. It says you. You are my hero. You. I smile when I say it. You are my hero. Yes, you. And you really are my hero. I could not do this without you, the learner. And I had fun this time, and each time I'm learning. And I hope you are learning too. Keep sending me in your homework. If you're in my class, I need at least 1 page a week to get points. If you are in my fun and functional class that never started because of COVID, you're on that list. I've been sending you the work too. You're more than welcome to send me back the work. If you don't do it, it's okay. But it's fun. I didn't want to leave you out. I wanted all of us to be learning together and never stop learning. So bye bye. Until next time, my friends. Bye bye.